What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Roslin's opening round 3 ball. This one's actually going to be a dual one, so you're going to get this first one, and then I'm going to make another one here because the PGA Tour actually has 2 tournaments this week, and I guess one of them officially isn't a PGA Tour event. It's the WGC Match Play Championship, or the World Golf Championships. That's the organization that's running that tournament. And of course, the PGA Tour is down in the Dominican Republic for the Corrales Punta Cana Championship. So, 2 different ones. But for this one, we're going to just be focusing on the Match Play Championship. That's out in Austin, Texas. So sadly, I am not at it as much as I enjoyed being at the Valspar this past week. It was a ton of fun, but sadly, I couldn't make the trip out to Austin this week as it is playing the host from the tournament for the 3rd year in a row now. As you can see, very, very beautiful surroundings there in the background as the course is famous for the bridge being in the shot on 18, and quite a shot it is. So let's learn a little bit about Austin Country Club. It's a par 71 that's actually relatively short by most standards, maybe around 7,100 yards, depending on where they put the tees that day. So deep pot bunkers and extreme runoffs around the greens are what's guarding this short par 71. The tournament here moved here in 2016, as I mentioned, where Jason Day was the winner. That was followed up by Dustin Johnson winning in 2017 and Bubba Watson in 2018, capping off 3 straight years for guys that are notoriously long drivers of the golf ball. So something definitely maybe you want to take a look at this week. Although I will say we had a guy like Kevin Kisner, who's one of the shortest drivers on tour, also compete and lose in the finals last year. So just something to take note of. Where to play DFS this week? DraftKings is the only place. Sorry, I want to head to Brooks Koepka, who we're going to talk about first. But DraftKings is actually the only place offering the match play contest. FanDuel is offering it for the Punta Cana Championship, so we'll talk about that in a moment. But DraftKings is offering $100K to first for the $5 buy-in, $50K to first for the $44 and $444 buy-ins this week. So, as I said before, or as I clicked before, I should say, let's learn about the players. We got Brooks Koepka leading off here, and there's a reason why I wanted to talk about him first. $10,300 is his DraftKings price. Recent form, 58th at the Players, a miscut at Arnold Palmer, followed by a second, actually, at the Honda Classic. So, good start there. Course history, he was injured last year, didn't come back until well after the Masters, so he missed this tournament as part of his wrist injury that he had. 16th, though, the round of 16 in 2017, and actually got to the Elite 8 in 2016. So, one of the reasons, though, I wanted to bring him up here is that his grouping that he's with, and there are 16 groups that are in this match play. Each group has 4 golfers, totaling 64 golfers in this field. They'll each in each group they'll play a round robin format, which just simply means they'll play each other once, and then after that, the guy that has the most points at the end of the 3 matches in the first grouping will move on, and there'll be 16 winners that do that. So, obviously, the most important part we want to talk about is the beginning groupings. Once your guy gets through to the Sweet 16, you're starting to at least have some positive value returned to you. So, Brooks Koepka actually has one of, if not the easiest pairings out there. Alex Noren, although he has good course history, has been playing very poorly. Hao Tong Lee has missed a string of cuts. And Tom Lewis we haven't seen him much over here in the United States, so probably a little bit untested. So, Brooks Koepka certainly sits in a good position here at Austin Country Club this week, and hopefully can improve upon his standings here. And the next thing I want to talk about is the favorite of the tournament, and that's Rory Mcilory. His DraftKings price coming in at the top of the board at $11,700. He's coming off a win at the Players, another top 5 at the Honda Classic. I'm sorry, that actually is a misprint. I apologize. It should be the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Has a 4th place here in 2016, but hasn't advanced out of group play the last 2 years. Admittedly, he hasn't been in great form, so I do expect that to probably change. His grouping is Justin Harding, another guy from Europe who has 5 wins worldwide over the last 12 months. Luke List, who we know is a birdie machine, and Matthew Fitzpatrick, who actually just beat Rory at the Arnold Palmer Invitational on Sunday. So maybe an interesting grouping for Rory here coming in as the favorite. It seems to be much harder, at least, than Brooks Koepka's grouping, which, as I said, Luke List is a birdie machine, has been playing well, and so is Matt Fitzpatrick. So definitely an interesting from Rory, obviously coming in some of the best form he's been in his entire career at this point. And the last guy that I'm going to focus on my three ball is going to be Jordan Spieth. And poor Jordan, it has been a very tough 12 months for the young heralded star, or I'm sure we can still call him a star at this point, as he has 3 majors by the time he turns 25. Not many other golfers in history, I think only 2, maybe 3, can say that they have that feat. However, Jordan has been very, very cold as of recently. Missed the cut at the Players, 51st at WGC Mexico. It's just been a real struggle. The results aren't any better than that before that. Did not get out of group stage last year, although played pretty well. Just lost to Patrick Reed and won his other 2 matches. 2017 failed to advance, while in 16 he made it to the Sweet 16. So not terribly good success here, but that should lead for an opportunity to maybe get Jordan Spieth a little bit under-owned. And he's got a semi-good grouping. You know, Bubba Watson is the defending champion playing pretty good golf. So that'll be his toughest matchup as Kevin Na withdrew last week from the Valspar with a neck injury. So he could be playing a bit under 100%. And Billy Horschel, although he loves to make birdies, maybe a bit erratic. So Jordan will definitely have his hands full with Bubba Watson, but should be able to get by the other 2 golfers if he continues his good putting form and improves off the tee a little bit this week, which hopefully he's been working on that over the last 2 weeks where he hasn't been going. So thanks for coming in and stopping in. Like I said, we do have 2 tournaments this week. So you're going to see me back in just a couple of minutes if you've already watched this one and want to learn a little bit about the Corrales Punta Cana Championship. Come on back for that video, and we'll see you then. Thanks.